Good morning, everybody. The name's Completator, and today I'm taking a bit of a break from building my next contraption, which is the fully modern slot machine. If you haven't seen the last couple of videos, I did a vintage redstone slot machine and a semi-vintage redstone slot machine. And what I'm going to be doing in the next video is taking that slot machine fully into the modern age. So I'm going to be adding multiple rewards. Now, that's where this little contraption comes in. Ignore the stone part, this is just like a proof of concept testing sort of thing. So, what I wanted to do for my next slot machine was have 4 possible rewards resulting from 4 different comparator outputs from each individual piston tape. So each input, each sort of slot wheel, I don't know what it's called, I'm pretty sure it's called a slot wheel. They each had piston feed tapes that would output a signal strength of 1, 2, 3, or 15. If you got all 3 slots on signal strength 1, you would get 1 reward, 2, you get another reward, 3, another reward, and the ultimate prize would be if you got signal strength of 15. Now the problem was that when I was trying to use a red coder, remember red coders? My god. I googled it the other day. The last red coder that I saw on YouTube was in like 2013, which I don't understand. You know, whatever. Tangent. Okay, so I was trying to use a red coder to basically make it such that when the comparator registered a signal strength of 1, the output line for signal strength 1 would show up, and that was it. If it showed up with a signal strength of 2, the second line would power, and no other lines would get powered. 3, this one, 4, that one, you kind of get the picture. The problem was that when I was outputting a signal strength of, for example, 15, what would happen was that this whole line would light up, and so all of these output lines would get powered as well as the one that I wanted to power. So I went around, I went digging around the internet for a little bit, and I didn't find anything. I didn't find any solutions, so I decided I would make my own. This is what I'd like to call the only gate. Now, what does the only gate do? Let me show you. So right now, the piston tape is on a signal strength of 1. Now, watch what happens when I switch it to 2. So, these both get powered, and that would normally be a problem. However, look at the end. This isn't powered, but this is, and that was exactly what I was looking for. Let's push the button again. Same thing. Only the third line gets powered, and I'm sure you'll see, with no degree of surprise at all, that if I push the button again, and it goes to a signal strength of 15, that only this line gets powered. Now, how'd I do it? Well, really, you can see it in front of me. It's just this. It's just these gray lines over here. So what I did with these gray lines was that I basically set it up so that by default, and you can see it over here, by default, each of these repeaters for each line would be able to feed into a block, a solid block, that would feed into redstone. And I did that for each of these steps. However, the problem is, the solution is, when I activate a line corresponding to a signal strength stronger than this one, what happens is this piston changes that solid block to a transparent block, so the redstone signal cannot carry through. Easy. And so that's the case with this one. This one does the same thing to each of these 3 lines. So it replaces the block that would usually allow the redstone current to go through with a transparent block, which jams it. Same thing with this one. So, 15 blocks 3, 2, and 1. 3 blocks 2 and 1, and 2 blocks 1. 1 blocks nothing because that's just redundant. That's useless. If you have a signal strength of 1, then only this piece of dust gets powered, and I'll just show you. You can see only this piece of redstone gets powered. This doesn't get powered, so there's no interference. But yeah, I figured I'd just show this off to you guys. I hope it helps you with your endeavors in the future with redstone. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time.